For my 8th birthday, my mom got me this keyboard, and on this keyboard there was a set of pre-recorded songs, one of those songs being Crocodile Rock by Elton John. If you've never heard it, it goes a little something like na 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 na, something like this. But one of my most prominent memories with my mom is being in our kitchen and standing on top of the chairs and screaming and dancing to this song. It really just shows for me the spirit that she had and the lust that she had for life. This happened around the time of my 8th birthday. 2 months after that, she passed away. But if you think that grieving someone who's dead is difficult, you should try grieving someone that's still alive. And that's my dad. Out of respect for him, however, I'm not going to discuss that whole chapter of my life today. Instead, I'm going to focus on my mom. Quite frankly, I spent my whole life looking for any excuse to talk about her. So I'm so grateful to be able to tell a bit of her story. So she passed away of cancer when I was 8. She had cancer completely wrapped around her spine. There was a 0% survival rate, and she also had lymphedema in her leg, which is like a swelling as a side effect of the treatments for the cancer. And I have so many incredible memories in the short time that I had with her. One of them being, I remember when she came into my room one night, she put on a full show with her legs. One of her legs was Beyonce leg and the other leg was J-Lo leg. And they were having like a conversation with each other. And as usual, she was super theatrical and you just never would have thought that she was sick. And another short story I want to tell that kind of sums up her spirit came from my aunt that I found out many years later. My aunt remembers shortly before she passed away, my mom asking her to take a seat because she wanted to tell her something. So my aunt sat down and with a full straight face, my mom said to her, "Look, after this is over, after this is all finished, I need you to be able to move on with your life. And I need you to be able to be happy. And I need you to know that I'm okay with this. So you need to be okay with this." And although I never knew my mom as a woman, I knew her as my mom. I just think to myself, who is this person? And why? I'm so angry that I didn't get the chance to get to know her, but I'm so lucky that I can say that she was my mom. And how that relates back to Islam is accumulation of these losses definitely made me a more introspective person. It made me really want to question reality, existence. What is the purpose of all of this? Why am I still here? Why me when I'm feeling like a victim? But I try not to play into that mindset too much because it's, in my opinion, a victim mindset is the most debilitating mindset that you can have. So I really try to empower myself when I tell my story. But yeah, obviously there were so many different aspects that tied into me becoming Muslim. But I do think, and when people ask me to tell my story, the most unique thing about me and the thing that definitely started the whole ball rolling and made me kind of an outlier from the beginning, growing up, I never felt like I was normal because I wasn't. My situation definitely was not, in my community, it was far from ideal, just to say it that way. But alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful because even though at times it was horrifically painful, it gave me such a rich and deep perspective about life that I carry with me to this day. And yeah, I've lived 20 years now without my best friend, my mom, the only person who ever really, really loved me and wanted to protect me. But in that, she also taught me the real meaning of love. Because the fact that I can sit here 20 years later and speak about her with a fire in my chest, for me, this is love. It's not ego, it's not this fleeting, lustful feeling. It is love. It's limitless, timeless, formless, shapeless, eternal love. And it's truth. And Islam for me was the truth. And obviously there was so much in between that, but I really had to preface anything else I say in my story with this, because if you don't know this about me, you're never going to understand the rest of me. But yes, my next TikTok, I want to share some photos of my mom because she was so beautiful. So I really thank you for listening if you got this far, and if you're lucky enough to still have your parents, yeah, just appreciate them. But yeah, thank you so much for listening.